Two of the top 15 teams in the nation are squaring off today as the number 11 JMU Dukes face off against the number 7 Tennessee Volunteers. It is the biggest game of the season for both teams, and it just happens to be pretty early in the season. Who's going to walk away with the victor today? We are about to find out. JMU and Tennessee both high 90s overall for the rankings. This should be a good one. Now, the JMU Dukes are coming out led by Joe Disher, the junior quarterback. Some people say he could bowl for the NFL after this season, but Joe Disher is just trying to get through his senior season, and that is not the way we want to start. He gets lit up for a loss of 3 yards. So after a pretty rough first play, they're going to opt to go to the passing game this time. Joe Disher with a pretty decent fake here. He's going to roll out to the right a little bit. He sees a guy. He's going to throw it deep, and that one is nearly intercepted. So here we go, 3rd and 13. The offense is already sputtering a little bit. Joe Disher is waiting for something. He's kind of got a guy. He throws one that's nearly intercepted. He dives forward. He didn't even see that guy. And Tennessee forces a punt here after 3 and out. So the Dukes definitely looked rusty on offense. How they're going to look on defense, we're going to find here is Dorman. He's under center. He's looking for something. His receivers are completely covered. Small was going to brass out over here. They throw the ball, but that was going to be out of bounds on the first play of the game. So if we can say anything about the Dukes so far, their coverage on defense has been stellar so far through one play. Now Dorman goes out here to throw. Charles Tutt's going to light up Manning. He holds on to it, but he gets 12 yards to get enough for the first. Now Tennessee moves on to the hurry up offense. We got a guy back in shotgun. But Dorman isn't like what he actually sees. He's going to alter the play a little bit here. And he goes for a quick pass out of the edge. Cobbs was in for the tackle. He can't get to it. Branch tries to get to him. He breaks the tackle. Rashad Jean Jr. comes in. He can't clean him up. And Tennessee is finally going to get stopped inside the goal line after 38 yards. So the Dukes have their backs all the way into the end zone here. They're going to try to see if they can get a stop. So Ortiz Jr. is across the middle. Again, Tennessee's going to opt to change the play here with a little under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. They're going to hand this one off. Ortiz goes to get something, but unfortunately, Tennessee's Marcus Hill gets into the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown run, the first score of the afternoon. So Tennessee marches down and they score incredibly quick. This ball's going to be kicked deep out here to Clay Smith. Stephen Waters going to try to lay in for a little bit of a block. They're going to try to get out here to the edge. They got one guy in front. And look at Clay Smith. Clay Smith is to the edge. He's going to be streaking. Is anyone going to catch him? It looks like the kicker actually caught him from behind somehow. What a return. Now the Dukes are back on offense here. The first drive was pretty horrible. They're going to try to mix things up a little bit now. Castle in motion. Joe Disher's moving around a little bit. He's going to pitch it out to the outside. This one's going to be caught by Henry Castle. Look at Castle get out to the edge and stop at the 14-yard after 14 yards in that game. It feels like after that electric kick return, the Dukes are playing much better on offense. So this time, Joe Disher goes for the fake. He's had a little bit of time across the middle. He finds Henry Castle again. He has been hugely involved in the offense so far. Another big reception for him. Now the Dukes are closing in on the red zone. Joe Disher back in shotgun. Goes to the play action fake. He's got pressure in his face. He throws one, and this one is batted down at the last second by Evan Berry. So Disher back again in shotgun. He's got all the time in the world here. He's got a guy wide open across the middle. He throws one deep. Clay Smith catches it, and he's dropped. It looks like just shy of the end zone. Down at the 1-yard line again. A beautiful throw by Joe Disher, recognizing the coverage was split. Clay Smith goes down and catches it. Disher gets his second completion of the ball game, nearly a touchdown. So here in the red zone, the Dukes have the ball on the 1-yard line with 1st and goal. They're going to opt to hand it off to Cameron King, and no one is going to touch Cameron King. The young fella comes in, his first touchdown of the season, the first one for the JMU Dukes, and this game should now be knotted up at 7-all. So the Dukes didn't exactly do the greatest on defense in the first drive. They ended up giving up a touchdown here, but they're going to try to do a little bit better as Tennessee's back in the shotgun. They're waiting for it. It looks like a wide receiver pass. This one goes out to a screen. We drop him for a loss of 5 yards to make it 3rd and 11. Now the Dukes are sitting back in cover 3 looking for Tennessee to do something. Small was looking for the guy across the middle. Dorman is going to throw one deep. We got a couple guys. Charles Tutt is there, and Charles Tutt is going to go up. The young fella is going to get the interception. The first of the season for the Dukes. That is exactly what they needed. A big-time player making a big-time play. The senior gets another interception to add to his already impressive career. The game started with a ton of momentum for Tennessee, but now things are picking up for the Dukes. They're going to hand this ball off to Cameron King. Cameron King goes up the middle and finds himself knocked down after about a 15-yard rush. The running game is looking solid. The passing game is also looking great. This time we've got Henry Castle in motion. We're going to hand it off to him on a wide receiver reverse. All the room in the world. Cameron King's going to get a good block on the edge. Can we get one more block? We can't. They're going to force Henry Castle out after a 23-yard rush. This dude has been a playmaker for the Dukes so far. Now, a guy the Dukes have yet to get involved has been Jordan Dotson. But look, Jordan Dotson's kind of running free this time. He's going to get a ball short of the marker to make it 3rd and 4 now. And with 3rd and 4, it's a pretty crucial spot, so we want to avoid the field goal. We're going to opt for the halfback screen. And look at this. Cameron King is finding the first down. He's going to try to stretch past the all-time player there. Gets a 12-yard reception, and now we should be just outside of the red zone. Now, the Dukes are here inside the red zone on 3rd and 2, so Joe Disher finds somebody. He's looking for anybody. He sees Sean McMahon wide open. Sean McMahon gets a block, runs into his own man, but gets a touchdown reception. 2 touchdowns so far for the Dukes. Joe Disher getting his first passing touchdown of the afternoon. This is the JMU Dukes offense we wanted to see. Now Tennessee's getting a little bit of momentum now, so we want to make sure that we can stop this. So Aris Cole's going to try and get some pressure off the edge here. He's going to move out a little bit. The pass goes out to a screen instead. Charles Tutt's going to try to light up the big tight end. Rashad James Jr. No one can stop this dude. He gets so many yards. He's still going, and they finally force him out of bounds after 19 yards for what should have been probably a loss on that play. So a 7-point lead again for the Dukes. They're looking for a stop here. This ball's going deep. It's going to go up, and wow, they can't make the actual play, but Tennessee hauls it in. They're inside, I believe, the 15-yard line. So the Dukes are in desperate need of a stop. Tennessee is moving the hurry-up offense now. 3 seconds left here in the first quarter. Looking for anything possible. This pass goes out to the edge. Oliver's going to try to get the stop. He does force him out at the 1 to make it 1st and goal for Tennessee. One of the biggest plays of the game is now about to happen. Now Bush is going to come into motion. We're going to try to get the blitz in. They go in. We hit him in the backfield, but unfortunately Marcus Hill goes in, getting his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day, and Tennessee has tied things up at 14 all. So at the start of the second quarter, the Dukes are all knotted up with Tennessee 14-14. Now King moves in motion. The play action fake goes to him. We got a guy kind of wide open on the sideline. Drew Coates is going to haul him in, gets both feet down, and gets the reception, his 1st of the afternoon. So Sean McMahon is a lone receiver out to the left-hand side. Joe Disher is going to scramble out to the right-hand side. He's got all the time in the world and trying to get the 1st. He does, and he gets it. 13 yards on that play for Joe Disher, the junior quarterback. Now Dodson and King are both in the backfield. Sean McMahon's going to move into motion. He slides behind Dodson. They go for the play action fake. They pitch it out to the left. Sean McMahon is out here in the open. He's going to juke a guy out of his shoes. He's still moving, and he gets the 1st down. Another big rushing play. The Dukes have one of the best rushing attacks in the nation, and they showed it right there. Now lining up just outside of the red zone, the 30-yard line this time. They got all the time in the world. Joe Disher is rolling out again. He's going to try to scramble a little bit. He's got some room. Could he get the 1st down? He can, and he just steps out to get that 1st down. 10 more yards on that rush. And the Dukes are now inside the red zone. Jordan Dotson's running free. We're going to find him on this play, just shy of the marker, I believe, to make it 2nd and inches for the Dukes. So lining up with an interesting play call so far. Disher's feeling some pressure. He rolls out to the right. He's kind of got a guy. He sees him. He throws it across the middle, and Drew Coates gets a touchdown reception. His 1st of the afternoon. Joe Disher is looking poised. The first drive was pretty bad, but since then, he has been absolutely money. So the Dukes are sitting here with 3rd and 2. Tennessee's going to make a little bit of a change now. See if we can make a stop here. Looks like a handoff. They're going to fake it. They're going to keep it with the quarterback. We light him up multiple times, but the star quarterback finds 11 yards in that play to get the 1st down for Tennessee. If JMU wants to be successful today, they have to make a stop at some point in this ball game. Now Ortiz Jr. is going to come in on the blitz. This pass goes deep, and Tennessee felt the pressure so quick on that one. Now Tennessee's in shotgun, a different running backs in this time. Ortiz Jr. is following the guy across the middle, and a sack for the Dukes. That's what we needed right there. Aries Cole comes in, I believe, for his 1st sack of the afternoon. Again, look at the pressure. A nice little spin move there on the right tackle. Comes back inside with a power move and throws down Dormady to the ground. So the Dukes need a major play here on 3rd and 6. So Disher drops back. He's got a couple guys moving around. He could scramble. Instead, he plants his feet, finds a guy, and Henry Castle makes a move. Look at Henry Castle going down the field. They're going to drop him at the 40-yard line. A 35-yard play again for Henry Castle, coming up huge with the double arm sleeves. So on 2nd and 10, the Dukes are sitting right around the 40-yard line. Across the middle, we see Joe Disher throwing it to Jordan Dodson. The connection that was so huge last year makes another good pass here. Jordan Dodson's 3rd catch of the afternoon. Again, look how Dodson splits across the middle. Joe Disher throws a dicey one. Somehow he finds it in there. Jordan Dodson holds on to it and gets the 1st. And the Dukes are pretty spread out at wide receiver. Disher again trying to take his time here. Kind of sees a guy. He's going to try and thread the needle, and he does find Clay Smith, but Clay Smith, the young fella, ends up dropping it. The redshirt freshman does not have the greatest play there. So the Dukes are going to line up for a pretty deep field goal on 4th and 9. Can the young guy hit it? He's going to kick this one. It's up, and it's going to go through the middle of the uprights. The 1st kick of the year for the young kicker is going to go right through the uprights. Now, as you look at the studio update, Florida State has only a 3-score lead on North Carolina, so North Carolina could have a major upset in the works. So the Dukes decide to go ahead and kneel the ball. Going into halftime, they have a 10-point lead against number 7 Tennessee. Is there an upset in the works? It sure feels like it. So it's a new half now for both Tennessee and for JMU, and they've got a 10-point lead. This is a major play, but look at this. Holmes going to get the interception. What a play by the old fella there, making this a great field position now for the JMU Dukes. Again, sees that route perfectly, hauls that one in, and it's the 2nd pick of the afternoon for the JMU defense. So JMU is trying to capitalize on this moment now. So they go in. What a fake by Disher. He's going to try to juke out. Does make a nice little juke. Gets 6 yards on that play. The speed isn't quite there from the pass. Joe Disher's a little bit more powerful now, but still, the juke move was pretty nice, but he got lit up. Now 2nd and 4 for JMU. Disher's going to be here chilling. He rolls out to the right again, feeling the pressure a little bit. He's going to try to turn up the field. He's going to try to move a little bit through. Could have slid if he wanted to, but look at Joe Disher breaking through. He fumbles and it goes out of bounds. Disher has definitely had fumble problems before. That one, though, unfortunately, is okay. Now in shotgun this time, we're going to see Sean McMahon move into motion. Disher's going to hand it off to him. He's at the edge sealed. Can Sean McMahon get all the way into the end zone? He's going to try to, but they drop him at the goal line. A valiant effort, but only 16 yards, needed 17 to get into the end zone. Now in the previous drive, we had great success handing the ball off to Cameron King. This time again, we're going to hand it off to him, and Cameron King this time does get touched going into the end zone, but scores to give us our 30th point, followed by our 31st with his upcoming extra point. So far, the Dukes are making one heck of a statement. So here in 1st and 10, Tennessee's going to hand it off, and Holmes is going to get off of the edge and drop Marcus Hill for a 2-yard loss. I may have made some jokes earlier about JMU's defense being pretty sorry and suffering some problems this season, but so far they have been a stellar team here lately in the last few drives. So 3rd and 8 now for Tennessee. They go with a little bit of a fake. We got a CB blitz off the edge. They're coming in hot. This ball's going deep. Can Branch do anything? He gets turned around. 1 foot in for Brian Harvey, and a major bailout for Tennessee. What poise by Tennessee's quarterback to find a way to throw that one deep down the sideline. Branch is a veteran player, though. He has to do better and not get turned around easily like that. And Ortiz goes across the middle. Dormandy's going to find his way through. He's going to try to do something. He slides down smartly, not getting lit up, to get another 1st down into the red zone. JMU has found a way to stifle this rushing attack, but maybe we just spoke too soon because, oh boy, Marcus Hill's going in. He's going to try to get into the end zone, and he does. Excuse me, John Kelly this time, the backup running back, is a spark of lightning for Tennessee, and while we felt pretty comfortable with our lead, Tennessee just answered back. And to be honest, if the offense keeps scoring for JMU, things will be fine. The defense can let up as many scores as they want to, but oh no, a horrible play by Joe Disher. He pitches that one. Tennessee's going to pick that one off. What a play on the defensive side, and they go in for a huge touchdown. This is horrible news for JMU. Things have went from good to bad to worse for JMU. The last drive ended up being a defensive touchdown, and now they're going to try to avoid a bad series of events, and oh no, Joe Disher has been sacked for a loss of 11 yards. The tables have turned. 2nd and 21 now. JMU looks a little bit rattled if you ask me. And they're trying to find something. Joe Disher deep in his own territory does find one to Drew Coates, who hauls that one in. Seconds away from having what could have been a safety. Drew Coates hauls in a dot for a 1st, or nearly a 1st down. So 3rd and 5, a crucial drive for JMU. They need to keep things going positively for him. They get it out to Cameron King, who turns up the field and gets just enough for that 1st down, 7 yards on that completion. The running game early in today's ball game was definitely the bread and butter for JMU, but since then it's looked a little dicey, to be perfectly honest with you. No, pass deep. It's going to go to Clements, and look at Clements go down. Number 40 hauls that one in for a 29-yard play. I believe it's his 1st catch of the afternoon again, burning these guys across the middle. The Dukes have looked stellar across the middle. Kind of iffy everywhere else. Down to the 35 now. Trey Sharp's going to find himself in the game. They hand it off to him. Look at him burn up the middle a little bit. Out to the left-hand side for 8 yards on that carry. So the 3rd quarter is nearly to a close with 3 seconds left. Cameron King goes back behind Disher. They go to the play action fake. They got a guy again to the right-hand side. This one's going to be close. Clay Smith does get 1 foot down. This guy is super fast. In the NFL, wouldn't have counted, but in college, that one's going to work. So going into the 4th quarter, it's a 31-28 lead for the JMU Dukes. This is a close battle of 2 top 15 teams. At the start of the 4th quarter, at 1st and goal, JMU hands it off to Cameron King. He finds a seam, he pushes forward, and look at the young fella boost his way into the end zone. A 4-yard touchdown rush, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day, and I think he's still in single-digit carries. So still a 10-point lead for JMU at the moment. Tennessee is trying to drive down and get a touchdown here, or at least a field goal for their squad. So we got pretty good pressure. Dormandy has nowhere to go. He throws one across the middle. We should have had the interception. Instead, we have a guy falling asleep, and Harvey hauls it in for 22. Now, Tennessee moves a man in motion this time to the right-hand side. Looks like a little bit of an extra blocker, but now he moves back to the left-hand side. What is Tennessee doing here? Trying to throw a little trickeration in. They move him back to the right-hand side again. Make up your mind, Tennessee. What are you guys doing? He's going to go across the middle. They got the guy scrambling a little bit. Rashad J. Jr. is going to light up the quarterback and says, "You're going nowhere today." So a 10-point lead again still. Closing in at the 2-minute mark. Tennessee's going to try to switch the play up again. They are trying to make sure they get a touchdown here. They go to the halfback screen. They got good coverage on the outside. Instead, Oliver goes in to stop him, but they get the 1st down. Needed 3, and they got 5. As the 2-minute mark approaches, Tennessee again dialing down the middle. They got anybody to throw it out to the left, and Harvey hauls it in. They say he's actually in bounds. I thought he was out. Again, we'll look at the replay here. A beautiful pass to the left-hand side. They beat cover 3 pretty easily on that one. Harvey goes up, and I don't think either foot was down on that one. And the good news for us is the referees are actually seeing the same thing that we saw. They're going to challenge it. Let's see what happens here. Again, Harvey goes up. Both feet are in the air. And yeah, this dude is clearly out of bounds. Neither feet came in. That one should be overturned. And just as we expected, that play is actually going to be reversed. So now we're here on 2nd and 10. Tennessee goes to the out route. Another good play for them. We're going to try to light him up. Robert Branch comes in, but 21 yards still on that play by Kyle Busch. Here inside the 10-yard line now for Tennessee, 2nd and 3. This is where champions are made. We're going to put a little bit of press coverage now. The tight end moves to the right. He's leaking out a little bit. We're going to look for something, anything. We go for a stop. Here we go up, and look at this. Robinson is going to pick this one off. The young fella's running. Is anyone going to catch to him? We get a block. The running back is down. No one is going to catch Robinson. The 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Robinson goes in, 94 yards, the longest interception return in JMU school history by Rashad Robinson, number 22. You guys know the deal. Big time players make big time plays, and that will go down in the record books. An excellent play by Rashad Robinson to seal this game. Now with a minute left, Tennessee is going to try to do something or just about anything at this point. Now Fisher comes in and make a nice little hit. Tennessee does get the first down, however. On 1st and 10, as Tennessee approaches the middle of the field, they look for something to go out to the left-hand side. This guy's going to be underneath. We force him out of bounds. And again, another first down for Kyle Busch. Tennessee's driving again. They've been doing this pretty much the entire game. This one goes out, and Rashad Robinson gets another pick. That will definitely seal the game. The 4th turnover for Tennessee. Robinson gets 1 foot in. A beautiful play. Back-to-back drives. Back-to-back interceptions. Ladies and gentlemen, that will seal it for the JMU Dukes. What a game. The defense was good in sometimes, great in others, and horrible in others. Cameron King gets the player of the game. 50 yards rushing, a couple in receiving, and 3 major touchdowns to help lead this JMU team to a monster win against a huge Tennessee team that just felt like they were unstoppable at times. 45-28 JMU Dukes. What a way to start the season. If we look at today's stats, Joe Disher had a pretty good ball game in terms of passing. 15 of 23, over 200 yards passing, and 2 touchdowns. He did get sacked 3 times, 2 of those really being his fault, the other one not so much. He had 2 fumbles, 1 that he lost, 1 that we ended up recovering. Solid game for him overall. On the rushing side of things, Cameron King only had 13 attempts, but made the most of it. Got 3 touchdowns, 53 yards rushing. Joe Disher chimed in with 12 attempts at 16 yards, not the best for him. Henry Castle, Sean McMahon, and Trey Sharp also played pretty well today as well. On the receiving side of things, not a ton of passes overall, but Drew Coates led us with 3 catches for 44 yards. He had a touchdown. We also saw Sean McMahon down here at the bottom, only caught 1 pass, but it was a touchdown, which was huge for the team. On the defensive side of things, another year of Rashad Jean Jr. dominating. 7 solo tackles for the old fella today. The redshirt sophomore played his mind out. The solo sack of the afternoon was by Aries Cole, our sack leader last year. Gets off to a hot start again this season. And we ended up with 4 total interceptions of the day. Again, Rashad Robinson getting back-to-back drives with back-to-back interceptions. 1 he ended up returning for a touchdown, which kind of sealed the deal for us. We had Charles Tuck get 1 early in the afternoon, and then Curtis Holmes also gets 1 across the middle of the field for a big interception. Overall, JMU played incredibly well at times. They were very frustrating at some times, but for the most part, they dominated when they needed to. The defense stepped up late in the ball game. We'll keep working on them in practice, but if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys crush that like button. Check the playlist on the screen. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the very next video.